In the following video, we're going to examine two different applications of slope. First, finding slope with equations, and the next thing we're going to look at is applying slope with graphing. And so when you're finding the slope of an equation, you have to remember, what equation we know when it comes to linear functions that allows us to see slope, and that would be slope-intercept form. We have y equals mx plus b. Our coefficient for the x variable is our slope. And so when you're trying to find the slope of a line, the easiest thing to do is to convert it to slope-intercept form and then just identify the slope from there. And so when we look at the first example, y equals 3/4 x plus 2, it already matches our slope-intercept form. And so our slope is the coefficient for the x, not including the x, just the coefficient, the number in front. So 3/4 is our slope. Now, if we look at b, it says 3x minus 4y equals 8. That doesn't look like our slope-intercept form. And so we're going to have to convert it to slope-intercept form. So I'm going to subtract 3x to get the x to the other side. And I get negative 4y equals negative 3x, a positive 8, so plus 8. And then I'm going to divide every number by negative 4. And so I get y equals a negative divided by negative is a positive. So I get 3/4 x, and 8 divided by negative 4 is negative 2. And so my slope here is 3/4. And the third example, y equals 9, you may think does not look like our slope-intercept form. But if we think about it, slope-intercept form says first y equals, we have a y equals something times x plus your y-intercept. If I look over here, I'm missing that something times x, but it does look like I have a y-intercept. I have a constant, just like I've had in the other examples. Positive 2 here, negative 2 here, so I have a positive 9. So I do have that plus b. What I'm missing is I'm missing the something times x. Well, if there's nothing there, then that is represented by 0. I mean, 0 times x, 0 times anything is 0, so we can just cancel this out and get y equals 9. And so if I look here, my slope is 0. And we're going to examine example C in one of the other videos because this is a special type of line. This is a horizontal line. And one of the videos we're going to look at slopes of horizontal and slopes of vertical lines. So this concept will be examined again in another video if you don't quite understand what's going on. So let's switch over to applying slope with graphing. Graph the line that passes through the point negative 2, 5 with a slope of 3/5. So all I'm asking you to do is I'm giving you a point on the line, negative 2, 5. So always, if you're ever given a point, always plot it. And then with a slope of 3/5, you can't go from negative 2, 5 up 3 to the right of 5. It's off the graph. So let's go down 1, 2, 3, left 1, 2, 3. We'll just fill in a couple other points, 4 and 5. And so I went over 2 spots, so here's negative 5 and here's negative 6. We just connect them with a line. And so if you're given a slope with a point on the line, you just plot the point and then apply the slope. Let's look at example 4. Graph the line that passes through the points negative 2, negative 5, and 0, 1. So I'm at negative 2, negative 5, plot the point. I'm at 0, 1. And I'm just going to connect these with a line. And we're going to go one step further from this. We are also going to find the slope here. Now, we can always find the slope using the slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, especially because I do have two coordinates. However, if you're trying to find the slope from a graph, remember slope in basic terms, the way you learned it before, is rise over run. And so if I'm given a graph of a linear function, I'm asked, hey, find the slope, I just need to find my rise and find my run. So I'm rising from this point up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going up, so that's positive 6. And then I'm going to the right, 1, 2. And so my slope, my rise over run, is 6 over 2, which if we simplify, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So if you're given a graph and asked to find slope, you can use the slope formula if you want, or you can just count how far up your rise or how far down, and then your run, your left and right movement, and write it as a simplified ratio.